Lesson 8.10, review packet 8C. So you apply basic moves to an equation in order to solve it. So if you look at, in order to solve this, then you distribute 7 to both sides right there. So you get 7x minus 21. And then add 21 to cancel out to both sides so that you'll have 0 on the left side and you have negative 21. Because negative 24 plus 21 is negative 21 right there. And then also you subtract 10x from both sides so that you can cancel this out, and you ended up having negative 3x if you subtract 10x from each side. And then cancel out, divide negative 3 from both sides, so you get x equals 7. So apply this rule for problem number 6 right there, and maybe you'll find the answers before you actually do everything, but do that and try to answer this question: what happens if you apply the graphing method to each of the steps. Also, you try to do the same thing for number 7 as well. So let me do A. So we have x squared equals 16. And in order to cancel that out, you need to square root of that. X squared equals 16. So what number can you plug in here to get 16? So you can put 256 or negative 256, because, oh no, wait a minute, that's not true. If you plug in just 16, right? 16 squared, that's going to be square root of 256, which is 16. That actually tells us that you can also put negative 16 squared as well. So x could be either positive or negative 16. So apply these rules for other problems to do that. Make sure not to use the basic moves on these equations before you use Tony's method. After all, his method means you do not do any algebra corrects. So consider this part as well. Standardized test prep 8. How many solutions are there to the equation 4 equals x to the third plus 5x squared plus 4? Well, first of all, in order to find how many solutions you have, you got to subtract. You have to have 0 on one side, so subtract that, and you'll have x to the third plus 5x squared. Then, so x to the third plus 5x to the second equals 0. Then you have x to the third equals minus 5x to the second, and that we can put it into two equation, which is y equals x to the third, which is like this graph. No, that's not true. It will be like this graph. No, it's not. Sorry about that. Like this kind of graph, and then also you have y equals negative 5x to the second power, which is the parabola like this, or maybe this. So how many solutions would that be? So put it in this graphing calculator. If you don't have it with you, Google the graphing calculator, and you can also graph that on the computer screen. And intersection, you count how many intersections you have, and if these two graphs intersect twice, then that means you have two solutions. The figure below shows the graph of y equals 2x squared plus x minus 14 and y equals 3x minus 2 on the graphing calculator. X and y both range from negative 10 to 10, and according to the graph, how many solutions are there to the following equation? So this means right there it says equal. That means both graphs are at the same point. That means it's intersection here and here. So you count the number of intersections is equal to the number of solutions. So, and B, use the graphs to find all values of x. That makes the equation true. So if you solve this one, then you'll find the answers. So let me just do the first few steps. X squared plus 3x minus 14 equals 3x minus 2. So we want the right side to be 0, so we got to cancel out all of them. So let me just cancel out 2 first. That's going to be 0, and that's going to be negative 12. And then I need to cancel out 3x so that we'll have 0. But at the same time, I got to do the same thing on the left side. So that's going to give me negative 2x. So we have 2x squared minus 2x plus 12 equals 0. Now dividing both sides by 2, because you can divide 2 by 2, negative 2 by 2, and negative 12 by 2. So we'll have x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. And you can use factoring method by looking for two integers that add up to negative 1 and multiply to negative 6, or you can use quadratic formula anytime you want.